G'day guys, Mark here from Maxed Out again. Today we're going to do a bit of a special, a bit of a review on a couple of leading drones out there. There's been lots and lots of noise out there on social media and otherwise about which one's better, which one's more reliable, which can handle better winds. Well, we're going to throw a couple at you today, see what you think. The Poseidon Pro 2 from IDFTech and the all new Aeroo Pro. We're going to see which one gets a point or both on all things important: size, weight, battery capacity, wind resistance, how good the camera is, and a few other specific features that'll help you make the choice for your next drone purchase. Let's get into it. As you can see, the Poseidon Pro 2's definitely got a bigger case, and the Poseidon was definitely designed to be an industrial fishing drone with a lot of capacity and ability in the wind. The Aeroo Pro was designed with multiple use in mind, so not just fishing, high quality video and photography as well, and for carrying your payloads. Poseidon's roughly 2.5 kilos, Aeroo about 1.5. So once you add more batteries with more droppability, definitely weight and overall size becomes a factor. So first point, Aeroo Pro. One of the first things I get asked is what the payload capacity is when you're dropping baits. The Poseidon Pro 2, big 3 kilo payload. Aeroo Pro, 1 kilo payload. So if you're looking to drop some really big baits out, or you just need to lift and carry something, certainly the Poseidon's got triple the payload capacity, so 1 point Poseidon. Now the next thing we want to look at is setup time frame. So how long does it take to set up and how easy is it? With the Poseidon, you've got the props and the legs disassembled, so we have to get that underway. I like to get the legs on first. They just simply clip in. One thing to watch out for though is these little connectors can get loose over time. So I've got a few spares, but easiest thing to do, whack a rubber band over the top. That way the legs will not fall off. It's the last thing you want when you're sending baits out over the ocean. So we then get the blades on. What you've got to watch out for here is that there's no sand, and the actual blades themselves, sand gets in the way, you can actually seize and you won't be able to get it back off again. Pretty easy setup once you've got the knack of it. Still takes a little bit of time. Next step, chuck her on with a fully charged battery and wait for the beeps. What you've also got to make sure of is that the GPS is facing forwards where these red strips are. The GPS is facing backwards. The drone could take off and go in completely wrong direction, so you don't want that. With the Aeroo Pro box, the drone already comes with the blades attached. One thing Aeroo recommends is you get out the little screwdriver that comes with it and give them a tighten. Make sure that the blades are all good. Very easy for the Aeroo. Drop in the battery, you are good to go. So for overall setup, I'd give another point to the Aeroo Pro. So the Poseidon Pro comes with an auto calibration feature. Just means when you turn her on, she fires up, makes all the right beeps. You don't have to do a calibration. With the Aeroo Pro, most of the time you're good, no calibration required. But I find if I go different spots over long distances that are far away from each other, a bit of a quick calibration is required. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Next thing is the apps. So with the IDFTech Go app, I find I actually have to connect to the app without connecting to the drone over 4G, just so I can get the Google Map working. Once the Google Map's working, we're all good. So a bit of a nuance there, but it does get us going over time. Connect back to the app now, and we're connected to the drone. Beautiful. With the Aeroo Pro, controller's a little bit different. Got this little pull-out area. Sit your phone or tablet in. Turn your ears out. Now you've got a cable that's going to connect from the controller to your phone. Plug those both in. Get the controller going. App. Fire up the drone. Into the Aeroo Pro app. We might get asked for a calibration because we're in a whole new location today. Nah, not being asked for a calibration today. But what we'll do is go into settings and just show you how to do it. Quick compass calibration. All we have to do, turn the drone. Quick couple of movements in a horizontal direction. And the second one just needs to go like that, facing upward and moving around. Do a couple of those and you're good to go. So next big thing people like to ask is wind resistance. How can the drone perform in what high winds? The Poseidon Pro 2 can handle around 28 knots plus. The Aeroo Pro, with a much smaller design, can actually handle up to about 27 knots. These are both their advertised rates. Having said that, I generally will fly in around the sort of 20 to 23 max, nothing over that, because you're going to get gusts about another 3 to 5 knots on top of that. So if you stay around that 15 to 20 knots, you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be sweet. Just make sure the wind's at your back, otherwise your line will just balloon left and right and you might not hit that target spot. But because both are very, very similar in terms of wind rating and keeping the stability in totally different ways from each other, both the Aeroo and the Poseidon get a point. Another topic of interest is waterproofing. What will these guys do with a bit of water on them or with a bit of rain from the sky? So, both systems' controllers are not waterproof, but with the Poseidon Pro 2, that is a fully waterproof drone, 100%. The Aeroo Pro has a lot of water resistance and weather resistance, but it's not actually fully waterproof, so just keep that in mind. For that topic, the Poseidon Pro 2 gets the point. Okay, next topic, bait releases. Both drones come with inbuilt bait releases onto the units. Aeroo Pro, very simple. It's actually got a button on the bottom to open and close. You whack it there and hit close. Beautiful. Now the Aeroo Pro also comes with a safety release, so if something gets caught, rod, spool, whatever it might be, and it's pulling the line, once it gets past that kilo mark, bang, auto drop, safety. And that just connects the same way to the bait release. I can use one hand to attach it all and get the bait out quickly. With the Poseidon Pro, a little bit different. Got the bait release underneath, and you actually have to go to the controller, unlock, get her on, and lock back on the controller. Still quite easy, still quite robust. Overall, for ease of use, definitely that point goes to the Aeroo Pro. So, next topic, camera. How good is the camera on each drone? They both have a 4K camera, and we'll see the difference when we send out some baits. It's important to remember the Poseidon Pro 2 is definitely primarily a fishing drone, and I've got the Android app on my phone. I find the video quality isn't the greatest, but you're still able to view the reef and you're still able to see what you're doing, but it's not necessarily a film drone. Let's have a crack. The gimbal on the Poseidon's just got two settings, up and down, so you can see where you're dropping. Let's get this puppy out there. I haven't used an iPhone with the Poseidon, so apparently the video quality is much more stable on an iPhone, so maybe give that a go. I can just release the bait with the toggle of the button. Bang, she's in the water. Auto return to home. As soon as I touch the remote in auto mode, it'll automatically stop doing whatever task it was going to do, and we can manually take control from there. Job done. Now the other thing we've got on the Poseidon Pro is an auto drop capability. So you can select your spot you want to go prior to taking off, and it'll actually fly out there, drop the bait, and fly back without you having to press anything. Let's try that. First, we're just going to take off. And then all we have to do is hit the go button. Go. Confirm, bang, off she goes. Just about there. There we go. Bang, bait's released. No, I haven't touched anything. The drone has dropped the bait and is heading back to shore. Both drones got a pretty accurate auto return to home feature and auto landing. They'll generally land within a metre of each other. With the Aeroo Pro, another great camera. This one has got a lot more clarity for me, simply because the Aeroo Pro is not just a fishing drone but also a film drone, similar to your DJIs or other brands that are dedicated for filming. So this is certainly one that's got a bit higher quality resolution and a bit better filming capacity, all your follow me modes, etc. So let's give it a bell. A few different gimbal settings on this one, so you don't just have the up and down, you've got all different ways. Go straight down. Now we'll try and find our spot. Okay, I think we've found our reef spot. Hit the bait release button. Bang. Drop point saved. Return to home. Couple of other little features you'll see on the Aeroo as well. Actually has a bit of AI landing, so look for that landing pad. There it goes. You beauty. Also comes with normal mode, sports mode and film mode. Film mode generally for filming, keeps it nice and stable. And normal mode for when you're dropping baits. I haven't used the sports mode too much, but generally that's just for getting the unit out there faster than you normally would. Switch back to your other mode when you're there. So for video quality, I'll give Aeroo the point. Auto drop capability, Poseidon gets the point. Now the Aeroo Pro also gets half a point. Doesn't have a full auto drop capability from the very shore. As soon as you send out the bait though and you hit the bait release, you can save the location and drop to that automatically next time. Both drones have a great waypoint capability, so they both get a point each. Now I'm not game enough to try it, but the Aeroo Pro has a distance capacity of 10 kilometers and a height of 6 kilometers. I'm not going to give that a working, and there's no way I've got that much line on my reel, but that is pretty impressive. The Poseidon Pro 2 has a max distance of 1 kilometre and a max height of 2.8 kilometres. Again, not that I've tried that out. So for that one on paper, the Aeroo Pro gets the tick. So both drones look and operate differently, and the batteries are of no exception. Poseidon Pro 2 has LiHV batteries. The Aeroo Pro has LiPo batteries. They both seem to have fairly similar battery efficiency. I'd say over long distances I'd probably get around 3 or 4 drops per battery. Poseidon Pro 2, when you get home you've got to put the batteries in storage mode, so put them on the charger in storage mode, and that way you'll protect the life of them. With the LiPo batteries on the Aeroo Pro, you actually have to keep them fully charged, and after about 10 days they'll slowly start to discharge to protect the life of the battery, so keep them fully charged. Both drones have excellent car charger accessories. Overall, the Aeroo Pro gets a point on this one. The charging unit for the Aeroo Pro is silent, and due to the nature of the battery technology, the Poseidon Pro 2 is quite loud. With retrieving footage, Poseidon Pro, a little bit difficult to get the SD card out, but it sends the footage direct to your phone. With the Aeroo Pro, SD card's out on the right, pull it out with the provided tweezers, and you can chuck it straight into your computer for transfer. Price point, the Aeroo Pro starts at about $12.99, $15.99 for the combo pack with a lot of included stuff. The Poseidon Pro starts at about $3 grand. Both manufacturers have excellent customer support in Australia. I've called upon them multiple times, so if you have any dramas let us know, but I think they both get a point on that one. So if you're looking for a great industrial fishing drone with a 3 kilo payload, the Poseidon Pro 2 will do the job. Also has an auto drop capability and is a really robust unit. On the other hand, if you're looking for a good drone that can do similar things, similar wind rating, 1 kilo drop capacity which covers most baits, and is also a great filming photo drone and will also send out payloads, look no further than the Aeroo Pro. 2 great fishing drones on the market, guys. Really recommend either of them. Hopefully that gives you some info. We wanted to keep this one fairly simple for you, so if there's anything else that you want, hit us up. Thanks for tuning in.